I mean, I don't think you could find a easier headline than Macy is back. Congratulations. How do you feel about that performance? All of 2 minutes or whatever it was. Like, that was easy work.
Thank you. First of all, yeah, it's been a long journey since since the Aldana fight. Wasn't really sure. I mean, we had a few fights fall through. The Ketlin fight in January, and then Pannie replacing. I tore my wrist back in April when I was supposed to fight Yana. So it's just kind of been like one of those things, like one after the other. And that's sports, right? I mean, you can't ever expect things to go 100% all the time. But yeah, I mean, it feels good to get back in there, But I think the biggest takeaway from this fight is how I feel, And it's like, yeah, I'm happy that I've won, but my mentality has just grown so much, and I really do believe that I needed that time off and those trials and tribulations to kind of make me who I am now.
Absolutely. Right after the cage performance that you just obviously just showed out, who were you screaming at or yelling at, or was it yourself?
Everyone. I was letting everyone know that I'm fucking next, right? And I'm on this path, right? It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, and my mentality is that win or lose, we still have to start over, right? And I'm happy I got the win. I'm happy in the fashion I've gotten it, but I'm not satisfied with what is going on. I'm ready to progress to the next level, and I take this shit extremely seriously.
And as you should, as a professional. What is the satisfaction? The crown, the gold, being number one? What is it?
Just being the best, right? And I really, there's two athletes that I really like. My mentor has really shown me the way with some of these people. Serena Williams is one of the people that I really love, and Kobe Bryant, obviously. And I was watching Kobe Bryant, Darren Williams, LeBron James when they were on Team USA. And right before I came to this fight, I was watching a show about Team USA when the whole team went out and celebrated all night long. And Kobe Bryant was up at 4:30 a.m. working out. And it kind of inspired the entire team to man, this dude's crazy. He's really locked in, right? It doesn't matter how good you are. You have to keep progressing. And this sport is ever evolving. It's ever changing, right? So getting a win is awesome, but what's next, right? Swing big, win big, right? I mean, we got to keep progressing. I got to keep going. And my mentality and my drive right now is just like unlike any other that I've ever had in my life.
And you brought up something which is crucial to the fight game, the evolution, the progressing. How frustrating was it to be, like Drake pointed out, gone all 2023 and see all these things happen, title shots, rankings, The Ultimate Fighter, Dana White contenders, and you weren't a piece of it. You were not getting in there.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the mindset comes in, right? You're going to have your time, and it's like, are you going to be ready when you get your time, when you get your moment? So I think having all of a year and a half off was really good for me, and now that I'm taking my spot in the top 5, I'm ready to progress, and that takes time. That takes time, and it's worth it.
Absolutely. Well, you put in the time, and you talked about it with Bisping a little bit, this whole journey.
Yeah. Talk
to me about tonight's performance. What was the game plan other than to just destroy your opponent, really, and just choke her out?
Yeah. The game plan, the thing about me is that I'm not like a one-trick pony. I like to train all martial arts, and I really like to be really good at, things in each art. And I continue to do that because I think it's important. I think we need to understand all these positions and really know, if something goes wrong, can I grapple, right? Can I wrestle, right? She got a takedown, all right? Can I reverse the position, right? These are all really important things. And just being in the moment, not thinking of what happened before in the past, right? And, what's going to happen in the future. I thought maybe I was going to finish her in the second round. I had no idea I was going to finish her in the first, right? And just keeping that mindset and that motivation and just making sure that I'm never thinking ahead in this sport because, we're all here for a reason, whatever that may be, and we have to continuously progress.
Thank you for that. And, it got violent real quick because during that moment in tonight's event, there was like 3 consecutive chokes where like, man, people are getting like beat up. You talked about a dark place.
Yeah.
And, heaven, everything being put together for you. I know it sounds kind of weird to ask you this, but are you even grateful for that now, that where you had to go and really dig deep and find yourself to come back and just handle business?
I think that when we hit rock bottom in life, or we really go through like trials and tribulations, there's something inside of us, right, that kind of burns a little bit brighter, and that really showed today, you know. But I'm ready on Monday. Like when Monday comes, like, yeah, I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna make sure that my team understands that, like, I'm really grateful for what we've accomplished this far. But we start from zero. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. You're always gonna start over. You have to get better. If I have a belt or a dream or something of being the best in line, you never stop progressing. You cannot stop, because there's so many people that are in line to pass you up.
Absolutely. You mentioned these greats that you not only mentioned, but you want to be like one day maybe mentioned with, but they all had that support. As soon as you won, they cut right to some people in the audience. Who was that? Who was here supporting you tonight?
My family, my mom, my stepdad, my wife Hannah, my best friend Jamie, and then my nutritionist Eric Pena, also my jiu-jitsu coach Laurence Marian. So I mean, it takes an entire team. I mean, I had an Airbnb like just full of coaches, you know, mentors, right, for the mental, and then obviously like my coaches that are helping me physically.
That's awesome. We got you right now. Everything's, you know, firing on all cylinders. That Mamba mentality.
Yep.
How soon do we get you back in here, and how active do you want to be for 2024?
So right when I leave this facility, I'm going to call Mick and first of all tell him how grateful I am for all the opportunities. You know, Dana White and Mick Maynard, I mean, they have been they've been mentors as well. I mean, they really have given me anything. They're making my dreams come true, right? And it's up to me and my standards to uphold that, you know? I want to be a professional in this sport. So I want to give it everything that I have. So I'm going to call him and tell him thank you, and tell him I'm extremely grateful for these opportunities, and then we'll talk about what's next.
Well, I can't wait to see it. Welcome back, and congratulations on an amazing performance.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hey, Macy, congrats on the win. You know, you kind of mentioned there potentially the worry of not coming back and things like that, and I'm curious, were there any other specific kind of adversities you went through, or was it kind of just mainly overcoming the loss in that time and such?
I just, you know, I was hitting a few injuries, and, you know, we were trying to figure out ways to better manage fighting at 135 pounds. And it really it came down to me just overtraining, right? Because I mean, overtraining is kind of inevitable, right? Overreaching, it's a part of sport. But I wasn't taking my recovery seriously. Like, I would go out and run 40 miles in a week and then like do 3 or 4 sessions in a day and just not recover. So I'm hitting hyperbarics 3 times a week. You know, I'm putting in all the work in all the other areas of training, you know, because people just think it's like we train, right, physically. But where's the recovery? You know, what in my life did I need to look at? What new equation did I have to come up with, you know, to figure out how to get to this point and make it easy, right? This is the easiest weight cut I've ever had. I mean, I should never struggle to get to 135 pounds again. I mean, and it took a long time. I mean, it took a really long time. And like I said, I have an awesome team and mentorships, and I'm really honing into that Mamba mentality and looking at the greats and what they do, right? Because we're gonna go through adversity no matter what. At a high performance sport, you know, if you want to be the best, you're gonna also run into the worst, right? So I wasn't really sure what was next for me, and I don't want to say I was going to give up. I just kind of didn't know how to break through that wall, right? So I had to reevaluate myself and reevaluate my life and my team and make sure that I had the right people around me, you know? And I feel like we're progressing, obviously, in a really good place.
Clearly paying off, as of just witnessed right there. And obviously this fight was shorter than the first one with Pannie, but I'm curious, like, were there any surprises from her in this second time around?
I mean, I wasn't trying to overthink it. I was trying to be really intuitive with me and myself. And, you know, I mean, we've been in the UFC since 2018, right? So it's obvious that there's going to be a progression. I mean, she's obviously beat some people that I've lost to early in my career in the UFC. So you can't ever count these people out, but it's like, how are you going to deal with adversity? How are you going to overcome the things that are coming your way?
And there was a moment there where it looked like you had the potential to maybe lock in a reverse triangle.
Yeah.
Was there any thought to kind of try and really just pursue that?
Well, yeah, I actually was going to go for it. I've actually been getting in that position quite a bit. I've been working a lot on my jiu-jitsu this last year and wrestling too. But I heard my coach, he's like, let it go. And I was like, all right, I don't think it's there, you know? So just being able to get in those positions and scramble out of it to work to the next, you know, I think that those are really fun improvements that I've like seen for myself.
Yeah, a little bit harder to jump that than the guillotine is.
Yeah, that you know, that would have been a cool finish, but you know,
For sure.
one day maybe, yeah.
Yes. And I got to get your thoughts just on the state of the division because a lot has changed since you last fought. And, you know, former opponent's the champion now. I mean, thoughts on Raquel being in that spot, just whatever you make of everything.
Yeah, Raquel's awesome, man. I mean, with all due respect, I mean, she's been around for a long time. She's a vet. She's fought some of the best in the world, right? She obviously deserves that belt, you know? I mean, she's worked really hard for it. She's been in the UFC for a long time. But, you know, eye on the prize, but one step at a time, okay? Like, I don't want to think too far ahead. I just want to take it Monday. We're right back to the drawing board, and we're progressing, right? What are the things that I need to improve on in order to capture all those goals and those dreams that I have in front of me?
Do you feel pretty close, at least, to maybe a potential rematch?
Yeah, 100%. I do feel close. I would like one more fight. If I could pick and choose, I really would like to fight Ketlin. Or Bueno Silva. And then, obviously, we know what's next.
Of course. Well, we look forward to it, and we're glad to have you back, Macy. Thank you. And congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.